Good morning and blessings. I'm Pastor Vaughn, and here's the news for Sunday, March 3rd. We begin today's newscast with a game.
Where's Pastor Jerry?
Pastor Jerry and Sherry are taking a well-deserved break and spending some time at the International House of Prayer in Kansas City, Missouri. They'll be back to DeForest later this week. This week, Monday Night Prayer will be led by Jeannie Kirkpatrick at 829 Southbound Drive, Room 15 in DeForest, beginning at 6:30 p.m. Our second session of Heart Groups begins this week. Heart Groups are small fellowship and discipleship groups that meet in homes during the week, in keeping with the first century church. This year, our Heart Groups are diving deep into our dream statements, and this session will explore what it means to dream of a church where we intimately engage with Jesus and each other. Heart Groups meet at 6:30 p.m. Tuesday nights at Southbound Senior Residence in DeForest and at the Van Horn Residence in Sun Prairie, and Friday nights at the Trentadue Residence in DeForest. See Pastor Kent if you're interested in attending a Heart Group. That's my cue to talk about the men's breakfast, which will meet this Saturday at Roadside Grill in Windsor beginning at 8 a.m. So here's the quick version on what men's breakfast is all about. We're guys who like breakfast, and we talk about how Christian men should respond to issues in today's world. Now, it's not a lecture from Pastor Jerry or me. I'll ask a question and we try to find the answer by talking it out amongst ourselves. If you're hungry for that kind of fellowship, join us this Saturday. Daylight saving time begins 1 week from today. This is the spring forward version, so we lose an hour at night. Remember to set your clocks 1 hour ahead before you go to bed Saturday night, but even if you forget, Harvest Church will still hold its services on time at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. with prayer at 9 a.m.
The harvest is ready. We have to go, but we won't stop till the whole world knows.
Our prayer emphasis this month is March Missions Madness. While that sounds like a basketball tournament, it's much more important than that. We're raising money for the Boys and Girls Missionary Challenge. Here is one way BGMC is spreading the gospel.
Well, we want to say thank you to a boatload of BGMC kids who have helped us to raise money for this special project that just now has been completed. So here it is, kids. This is our Say Hello Forever Friends. Say hello today, forever change tomorrow. This is going to help a lot of kids in a lot of places know how to outreach to the Muslim friends that they have in school, or maybe even Muslims who aren't yet friends that they can become friends with. Thank you for helping us to create these comics and everything that's inside this book. You are going to bless Muslims with the good news of Jesus.
Last year, BGMC raised more than $8.5 million to support missionaries around the world. That's an increase of 281% since 1998. BGMC began 70 years ago this month to create hearts of compassion in our children and to expose our children to the work done by our missionaries. And that's all for this week's edition of Harvest News. From the Reaching, Teaching, Caring, and Sharing News Desk, this is Pastor Vaughn inviting you to join us on the journey. Pastor Bruce is next.